Dr. Trevor Kashey here to remind you that we all go decaf once in a while. IDGAF. You may hit a point where you just no longer give one flying fandango. Probably been there already. Probably didn't have to do with nutrition or exercise when it happened, but I'm sure in other parts of your life, you've never given a flying fandango. Felt like that. I'm here to argue about why you should give a flying fandango. We all have intermittent pity parties where we don't feel like we care about anything anymore, and that's really quite a vampire on all of your motivation. Your motivational resources, I guess, is probably the best way to put it. I'm here to take that flying fandango you gave away and give it back. It's difficult to muster energy for anything when you don't give a flying fandango. And if you're on edge already, it doesn't take much to push you over. Maybe you dropped your Tupperware in the dirt and decided to get takeout instead when you dropped it. Maybe you overslept and you didn't get to go through your morning ritual. Maybe you got to the gym and forgot your earphones. Why even bother training when that happens? Eventually, you just don't end up caring about a damn thing at all. All other responsibilities included. Maybe even including the ones outside of nutrition and exercise, right? They just get thrown out the window. Got an itch. If you ever tell yourself you don't give a flying fandango, why? Do you really not give a flying fandango? Or are you just having a crummy day or a crummy couple days that just stacked up and sapped your motivational resources a bit? Chances are you actually care about making progress. I will bet you $1 that there are moments you don't care. There are moments that everyone doesn't give a flying fandango about anything. And that dollar is going towards a bet that those feelings don't last forever. And you can bank on the fact that the dust will settle and you'll be fine. Having maintained your habits and rituals throughout the time you did not give a flying fandango, man, does that pay off. It's true. You may not care right then or right now, but you'll probably care some other time. And when you have that conversation with yourself where you decide maybe or maybe not to make a decision that will ruin weeks, months, or longer progress in any facet of your life, because right then you just don't give a flying fandango, maybe it's worth it to tell it to yourself, I may not give a flying fandango right now, but I bet you soon I will. And I want to be able to look back and not have destroyed a bunch of progress and work in other facets of my life. Letting a single crummy moment being the deciding factor of months or longer of time and energy, so you can play a little mind game here. Chances are when you say to yourself that you don't care, it's probably in the context of, do I stay on course or do I not stay on course? And if I don't stay on course, it's because I don't care. Where one is probably some form of instant gratification and, well, no obvious benefit in the now. Not really, other than scratching that itch. So let's say you're presented with two options. One, where you are instantly teleported to where you want to be in the way you looked and felt. No, where you're feeling and looking great, healthy, making money, right? And the other, you get the treat that you want right now. Which would you take? Probably use the instant gratification wand to teleport you to exactly where you wanted to be, right? How you wanted to look and how you wanted to feel. It's not that you don't care. It's more that in that moment, you care about having the treat or scratching your itch or whatever. In that second. It's not that you didn't care about your goals. It's that you momentarily cared about something else a little bit more. Even when you tell yourself you don't give a flying fandango. Even when you tell yourself you don't give a flying fandango, go through that little mental experiment and you'll realize you do give a flying fandango. Oddly enough, it's like you're pretending not to care when you really do. Isn't that strange? If you've ever been in one of those situations where you feel like you don't care and you acted on that feeling, did you end up caring later? If you've been through times in your life where you felt like you didn't care, did that feeling ever go away? I reckon it did. It always does. And that feeling of caring goes away whether or not you act on not caring. And yeah, you may not care right then. If you are given two forms of instantaneous results, one being whatever feeling the treat would give you, whatever that treat may be, it doesn't even have to be food. And the other one being, well, teleporting exactly to where you wanted to be, how you wanted to look and how you wanted to feel and how you wanted to perform, which one would you choose? If you were given the option and taking the second one, then you do care. Choose that option. You do give a flying fandango. Just give it a minute, promise. It'll all work out.